Alrighty guys, we're going back to some more Dragon Quest 1 HD-2D Remaster. Last episode, we saved the princess and we saved the Queen of the Fairies, who tasked us with bringing back Rubiss to help us stop the Dragonlord. After that, we went around to a couple different towns, finally completing the majority of the map, where we finally saw that the Dragonlord was able to unleash the power of the Orb of Light, where he sent his demons all throughout the world, including the Fairy Forest, where he seriously hurt a couple people there, meaning we are locked out of upgrading our sigils and summoning Rubiss for the time being. After that, we went to Cole, where we defeated one of the archdemons, and finally got access to the final key, the ultimate key. And so, in this episode, we're going to start by going around and unlocking all those doors that we've seen throughout the game with the ultimate key. But before that, if you guys do like this video and this series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and it'll help make sure you don't miss any upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So I was tempted. I also like how you can see like the little, the dark spores on the screen. That's just because darkness has been unleashed. I was tempted to make this the final episode and just go through all of the rest of the game. And while I think that's possible, I think it would be about a 3-hour episode, because Dragonlord's Castle, the final dungeon of the game, is very long. So I think we're going to save the final dungeon for the final episode and just make it a little bit shorter compared to the rest. So we're going to start by going around collecting all the chests and doors that we saw with the ultimate key, starting here in Tantagel. There's not much we can do here, because again, if we do go to the castle, we will be locked into the normal ending. So unfortunately, the chests that are in the castle will have to be saved until after the main story. There's really only one thing in there even worth grabbing unless you want some money, and that is a scroll. The scroll's not very good, so I'm not worried about it, but to get an achievement in the game, you do need to get all of these scrolls, so we will be picking that up after the game ends. So right here, we can just go ahead and open this door. This is only openable with the ultimate key. We can go ahead and get a mini medal from that pot and a spider web from there. Next, we'll go ahead and head to the building just to the right of the church, where we will be able to get another item. But after that, there's nothing else we can do here because everything else is locked inside the castle, which I'll talk about what you can get, but I won't be showing it off myself. I believe we want to go up to the second floor here. And right over here, you can see this little teal chest hidden here, which will get us a hextract. So again, we cannot go into the castle right now. If you've already sent off the princess and locked yourself into the normal ending, feel free to go. But inside there are a couple chests you can get over on the left side of the castle. We've seen it a few times. Unfortunately, I don't even think I could zoom in on the map to show you. But it is essentially on the left side once you enter the castle. You can find 12,000 coins, an elven elixir, a headsman's axe, and a snoop scroll. Again, the only one really worth getting there is the snoop scroll, because there is an achievement associated with getting all the scrolls, but again, we can just get that after we finish the main story. So from here, we're going to zoom over to Rimeldar next, because I don't actually think there's anything in Galenholm, and if there is, we're actually going to be coming back to Galenholm here in a minute, because that's going to be the first dungeon we get into in this game. So we'll go ahead and head over here, and then we're going to enter the church from the left side. I think this one was a chest. Oh no, this was the, this was a prisoner. Yeah, you can open prison doors as well as the green, or the, like, basically any iron door is what you can open. So right there you get a file of Sage's Elixir. And next we're going to go back to the Cave of Dwarves. And all the way to the west side over here will be a door we can open. Oh, I need to go. Oh, it was back inside. Yeah, we need to evac, actually. Because, actually, could I just zoom to Cave of Dwarves and land outside of Cave of Dwarves? This one was actually in the first floor. This is all the way to the left of the first floor. I remember seeing this door our first time through because I thought I could get it already, but I could not. So we'll go ahead and hop in here. Let's use our pad foot and holy protection. Don't actually know if you need both. I think the only thing in an area like this, I don't think we need both, but I'm doing both just in case there is an enemy stronger than us that we just haven't encountered. Right there, we can open that door and come up here to get another mini medal. Then we're going to zoom over to the fairy village, as we are now able to, or we should be able to, get the final 2 sigils. So we'll go ahead and head over here to the right. And I'm hoping they're not still... I don't think they're still freaking out, because all their fairies look like they're back to their normal business. Wait, let me have a look at that. Craftsmaster takes the undying flame from Tails. I think this is the flame sigil we're about to get. Doesn't look like any of the other fairies help with us with this, though, because you can see over there to the left, they're pretty sad. Just as I thought. That was exactly what I needed to make a sigil. Here, the fruits of my labor. We received the Sun Sigil. I guess Sun Sigil, Moon Sigil. I guess that makes sense. I think they're all based off constellations, actually. Or, like, astral things. I know there's only one sigil left. The Sun Sigil makes standard attacks and some abilities more likely to land critical hits. Basically just increasing our luck. And then the final one here, we give her the Stardust. She's going to make the Star Sigil for us, the 5th and final sigil we need. Now all that's left is to get the Lyre of Ire, which we will be getting in the next dungeon we go to. So basically, as soon as we're done exploring and getting all the chests, we will get the final piece of the fairies questline here. There's the Star Sigil. It's actually a really good sigil. This makes it so that way we can recover MP when we defend in battle. It's really not insane, but if you're ever running low on MP, throw on Dodgy Dance and then just start defending, and you'll start recovering MP without having to use items or anything. Next, we're going to go to the Wayfarer's Inn. That should be right here. We've actually been here already, but there wasn't much for us to do. So we actually can come do stuff this time. Starting here on the left door. Grab this chest for a Sage's Elixir. And then this bag will have a Seed of Stamina. And then back down here in the well, we can actually find a really, really good mask that some people used to beat the boss in, like that super boss we fought last episode that gave us the armor. This is the Mask of Implaceability. What it does is it gives you a ton of defense. Gives you a 200 defense boost, but it gives you permanent confusion. There's a chance you hit... I don't think you actually can hit yourself in this game, but essentially you would have a harder time landing hits. So that's why we didn't decide to use it, but some people did use it and just dealt with the confusion because they weren't taking any damage anyways. We're going to do a little bit of exploring because there is a secret spot we can get to. You can actually see it all the way over there. So we're going to go ahead and start heading over here to the east. The southeast of Wayfarer's Inn until we reach that secret spot just to the east of the mountains. Make sure when you get to this poison swamp, you use a safe passage, just so you don't take a ton of poison damage. Even though it doesn't really matter, we're just going to go to the secret spot, grab the items from there, and then zoom out of here. So it doesn't really matter if you take some damage, especially if you're not getting into any fights, like we're using Badfoot Holy Protection, which should protect us from pretty much every enemy. And right over here to the east of the mountains, we can go ahead and enter this little tree area. Our safe passage ran off just in time. And at this lone barrel, we can find a pouch of twitching powder. And over here, there'll be another pot or a barrel you can barely see for some coins. And that's it for this secret spot. We're just trying to find all the secret spots. I think there might be an achievement associated with finding all of them, but we're going to be doing it anyways. We're just going to head north of here, as there will be right up here in this little forest. You can see that little blue sparkle that we're going to pick up. And that's it for this area. We get a prayer ring, antifreeze earrings, and that's it. Next, we're going to head on back to Cantillon, because we have a couple things here, as well as Zaylin we can talk to. So go ahead and start in this northeastern building. We saw this chest a while back. We're actually getting a ton of mini medals here. I'm curious how many we're going to have after this. Let's go ahead and peek inside here. How can I view? You can typically view it. I just don't remember where. Is it MISC? Status? Now, I could have sworn you could view mini medals somewhere. Maybe you can view it just in your items. Are mini medals anywhere here? I have no clue. I don't see them, so guess. Oh wait, was they just? They're right there. They're right there at the bottom left. We have 30. We only have 10 more to go. We're going to go ahead and talk to Zaylin real quick. He's down in the center of this area. After we talk to him, I believe we only have like one more area to go to, and it's the Weeping Isle, which is the last dungeon we were in last episode. But now that we have the ultimate key, we can open that chest right there at the end. So, hello, Zaylin. Oh, if it is not my good friend Tails, a pleasure as always. If the records of times past are to be believed, both Galen of the Golden Voice and mighty Erdrick spent time here in Cantilin. Then, too, the world was threatened by a great evil. Much of Galen's work concerned those times, the hero of legend and the people of this town. Wherefore did he write of such things, thou asked? Why, because 'twould surely have been impossible not to. Certain records also suggest that he did hide the Lyre of Ire back in our ancestral home, that a careless strum might not summon the fearsome fiends known to roam hereabouts. Perhaps I too should return to Galenholm. Its people most surely be pinning for the return of their best beloved bard. Thanks, Zaylin. Basically just giving us a hint as where we need to go next. So now we're going to go do our last little exploring here. We're going to head all the way back to the Weeping Isle. And there was a chest we saw. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to run basically all the way through the dungeon until we get to the very end. If you guys need the layout of the dungeon, go ahead and check out pretty much the ending of the last episode when we ran through this the first time. We're essentially just going to run all the way to a certain point, and then I'll show you how we get this final chest. Alright, so back outside here, we have two options. We can either go left, which will lead us to the end of the dungeon, or we can head north right here. And if we follow this path all the way to the end, we will reach this big open room here, which has a chest for us to grab right there. That is Erdrick's shield, the best shield in the game. And I do just want to show, it does have less defense than the Ogre shield. I believe the Ogre shield has the highest defense non-cursed item in the game. However, it's going to minimize damage from breath weapons, so we're actually going to go ahead and throw that on. It also lowers damage from spells, so spells and breath weapons. So we're going to go ahead and give the Erdrick shield, because there's not really a reason not to. Also forgot to mention, the Erdrick's armor actually heals us with every step we take, and on top of that, it makes us immune to the poison and electric tiles, so we no longer need to cast Safe Passage. I didn't realize that till right now. But yeah, we actually don't need to. So if you got the Erdrick's armor already, you do not need to be using Safe Passage to get anywhere. So if we return back to that intersection, we're actually going to take the left path this time and follow this all the way to the end where we fought the boss of this dungeon. And we're actually going to have a couple different things we can get up here. Go ahead and use our final pad foot holy protection. On the left path over here, we're going to have 2 pots where we can get a rabbit tail and a rousing ring, as well as a barrel with an ice shield. Unfortunately, not as good as our Erdrick shield. And we can go ahead and interact with this chest, which turns out to be a mimic. So we'll go ahead and take this guy out. I will just follow orders. I actually don't think we're going to have too much trouble. We'll dodgy dance just in case, because he can drain magic. But we should really be fine here. Wild side.
Have care. Much better.
And because we take less damage from fire attacks, that frizzle did nothing. Very unfortunate. I actually thought we were going to do a little bit more. We're going to do Falcon Slash. This is a double slicing attack that does attacks faster than Falcon on wing. So basically you attack twice, but we're going to attack 4 times because of our ability right now. Ooh, didn't do quite as much as I was hoping. We'll do it again. Here we go. 83. 43. There's really just, the only reason to use it is for a higher crit chance. It's really good for killing slimes. But there we go. We defeat that guy. It should have dropped us a Sage's Elixir. I never look, so actually wasn't paying attention if it did. Up here to the north, we have a chest with a Garish Garb, and another chest with a Pirate King's Pendant. And over here on the right side will be a chest with a Ruby Wristband, a barrel with a Copper Sword, and a pot with a Phial of Oomph Powder. And that's it for this dungeon, but there's actually one more thing we can do. If you remember, right before we came into this, we'll actually teleport back to the Weeping Isle just outside of it. and there was a secret spot to the south of us. So right there, you can see that secret spot. That actually had a ultimate key chest in it. So we'll go ahead and run over there to open that real quick. And here we are at that secret spot. And right over here, I think it's around back. Yep. There's a chest for us with an agility ring. And our last stop is going to be going back to the Citadel of the Monarch of Metals, where we can not only get a few chests here that we missed, but we can also go ahead and cash in our mini medals. So here, over here to the left, will be one of those chests with a mini medal. That means we have 31 mini medals at this point, only 9 more to go. And right over here on the right side will be a demon whip. I think that one is cursed. I'm not going to equip it, but I do think it's cursed. It is a little bit stronger. Distinctively ominous aura. I'm not even going to risk it. But we can go ahead and go talk to the Monarch of Metals. And for collecting 25 medals, we get a Scourge Whip. And for 30 medals, we get a Savior's Staff. And we can actually go ahead and you can see the Scourge Whip is not as strong as the Demon Whip, but again, Demon Whip is cursed. But the Savior's Staff is stronger than the Demon's Whip, a superior staff that can be used in battle to boost one's resistances to breath weapons. Fortunately, we don't really need to use it, but it is just stronger than our Siren Sword. So go ahead and throw that on, and we are officially as strong as we can be. So that's about all we can do for exploration. We've done everything we can, so we're just going to go ahead and continue the story by heading to Gwaelin. If you remember, there is a dungeon here we saw a long time ago. We went in there to grab a mini medal. The dungeon's called the Grave of Gwaelin. So when we enter, we'll actually get a little cutscene here, which is why I was holding off on coming to Gwaelin. Wallop. Hello, Robin Hood. It seemeth that's the lot of them. Nice work, me. Well, if it ain't Tails, thou art yet alive and kicking, I see. Not that I would have expected any less from the likes of thee. Still, it warmeth my massive heart to know that thou art well. And who, might I ask, is that fair maiden who standeth beside thee? Well met, sir. I am Gwaelin, Princess of Tantagel. A pleasure, I'm sure. Princess of... What have you been up to, Tails? I believe that about summeth it up. Or blimey, that now... Thou never cease to amaze, Tails. A dragon, single-handed. Thou art tasty in a scrap and no mistake. Indeed he is. Tails is, if thou wilt permit me, absolutely hard as nails. You're embarrassing me, princess. And what bringest thou to fair Gwaelin, if I might ask, Sir Oh, whoops. And what might bringest thou to fair Gwaelin, if I might ask, Sir Robin? I espied a strange cloud in the sky and did experience a foreboding most severe, which did lead me to peg it here to town right quick. And 'twas good that I did, for when I arrived it was to see shed loads of monsters causing right kerfuffle. I'm surprised Robin Hood's like an actual good guy in this game. I mean, he is a thief. But I soon made short work of him with this here axe of mine. They fled in fear before the hatchet of justice. Girt you thou, rotters. I would think thou wilt find that we too played our part. I wish they were named instead of would-be hero. And bad mage. That thou wouldst claim to have driven back the horde single-handed, thou vainglorious rogue. We meet again. Rumors of thy deeds have been grand and many. Is it true that thou didst free the Princess Gwaelin from her captivity? And I assume that thou wilt henceforth go to smite the source of the darkness that assaileth the world? Yep, that's my plan. We too have not been found wanting in our efforts. Long have we trained since we last met, and hard. And yet still we struggle to protect even a single town. Thou art of the line of Erdrick, and thou art a true hero. This I understand now more than ever. So go forth and save the world. Know that Galenholm, at least, is in safe hands. Precisely. We leave the remainder of Alefgard in thy care. At least we know one town is safe. But we actually have business here anyways, so let's go ahead and quickly rest up, make sure we are at full MP before we head into the next dungeon. And we're just going to head into the Tomb of, or Grave of Gwaelin. We've been here once before, but we just picked up a mini medal, so there's really not, we haven't really done anything here. So we'll go ahead and head inside. We're going to try to keep our safe passage on, because once we hit about level 34, which we're not quite there yet, we're only 31, but there's not really much for us to fight going forward until we get basically to the end of the game where we can fight some liquid metal slimes. Pretty much everything else is just going to be draining our MP, so unless we're fighting bosses, there really isn't a reason to fight basic enemies. Especially with some of the enemies we're going to be coming across here. So let's go ahead and use Padfoot. We're going to start by taking this door right here. And we're going to follow this. We can find a barrel. There's actually a lot of barrels here, not a lot of chests. I don't think... Yeah, you can see a few chests, but most of them are just barrels here. There we go. We get a Seed of Life. And then we're going to go ahead and return to the entrance. And this time go in the upper right exit. And we can go ahead and go left from here, just gets us right back here. So we'll just go ahead and go up the stairs. Basically, you can take either of those exits. They just lead us north. And we'll go ahead and follow this passage up here and around. And there should be 2 pots we can interact with a phial of magic water. And 164 gold. Now, we've already got this mini medal, but I will just show it off in case you missed it. Right up here to the right. Right over here in this pot is a mini medal you can grab, but again, we already got this one. So go ahead and go south and go west. We're a little too far west. I meant to go south here and then west. Is it the next one? I think I missed it again. We go west here. And there we go. There's our barrel with plain clothes. It's really not worth it, but I was going to show it off anyways. Go ahead and head up here. We're going to go east and go up this staircase here. And all the way at the end here. Go ahead and reactivate our Padfoot Holy Protection. We can find our chests with the Cower Ring, 284 gold, and the most important thing, the Whistle Scroll. I'll go ahead and learn the Whistle Scroll now. Essentially, Whistle is a really good spell when grinding. What it does is you use it, and especially in this game, because you can just press RB and use a shortcut for it, it will essentially automatically throw you into a fight. If you go to an area with metal slimes or liquid metal slimes, good areas to grind, you can essentially easily make it to some of the higher levels because you're going to be constantly getting in battles, and then you can just flee from any you don't want to fight until you get those liquid metal and metal slimes. We're going to go ahead and now go to that locked door down here to our southeast. And this is actually as far as we could have gotten in Galenholm prior, so we actually could have got that Whistle Scroll a long time ago, but there wasn't a reason to since we were going to fully explore it here. And then we're going to go west, and there should be a pot right here with a medicinal herb. Crazy, we got a medicinal herb from that. And then we just want to go to the southwestern corner to get to the next staircase. Yeah, it's the fact that we get the medicinal herb behind a ultimate door. A medicinal herb heals us for 30. That's so not worth it. I was actually wondering when we were going to get Whistle. Didn't know we could have got it already, or I probably would have. So this is another dungeon where there's going to be a lot of ups and downs. It's going to different areas. So we're going to start by going directly south here. We lose our Holy Protecting Padfoot. So we'll start down here in this bottom right corner. Head down here. And then we'll go north. And then west here. South. And then west again. And there should be 2 pots right here for us. With a Seed of Agility. And a dark robe. Ooh, we are getting into fights. We are not strong enough to avoid these. Let's go ahead and fight wisely and see what our hero decides to do here. Undead Undoer is probably going to be what he's going to spam every attack. Because it's so good. These are all undead enemies too, so... I went for a Kasiz. Very interesting. He did a lot of damage with that. That's what our basics is. I think undead are weak to fire as well. We're going to go through a ton of MP if we spam that, so we might actually have to take over. Because we can't go through all that MP, but you get 600 XP, which is a good amount. We're going to just do Padfoot then, because Holy Protection won't save us here. And then we want to go all the way to that northwestern chest we can see up there. So we're just going to be making a massive loop here. So we'll go left. Hoping we don't get into too many enemy encounters. Again, Padfoot just decreases the amount of encounters you're going to have. It doesn't... Holy Protection keeps enemies away. Let's just do follow orders here. And we're just going to probably spam Undead Undoer, since they're both weak to it. Yeah, I can kill the Spirit Geists. Also does... It's significantly cheaper than Sizz. And it's still... Yeah, and we crit, and it does more. We get a Dazzle Me Not. So we'll just keep following this passageway. And eventually we'll reach that northwestern chest, which has the spell, the Crackle Slash. I guess it's an ability, not a spell. We, I think, have all of these slashes at this point. We have fire, lightning, ice. I mean, everything else is, like, basically exclusive to this game, so I wouldn't really know. Such as the... I mean, Falcon Slash and Miracle Slash and others, but like Dragon Slash, I don't recognize off the top of my head. Undead Undoer, the goofy sounding ones, I don't really recognize. You can see here we got these Skelegons. We're gonna have to deal with these guys for a while. We're just gonna hit him with a Lightning Slash. I'm curious how much this does. Yeah, 184. Yeah, we have to deal with these. These were bosses already, but they're much easier now. I think they actually have less HP. I think they had a bloated HP pool whenever they were technically boss enemies, so... Come up here to the northeastern corner this time, and we're going to take this staircase. There's my Padfoot. This is my third time using Padfoot on this floor alone. I think Padfoot is way more steps, or way less steps than it typically is. And we'll be right back up here to where we were. So we're going to go west first. And we're going to come down here. And right here is that chest I pointed out, and we get to encounter right before it, unfortunately. Those guys wiped me, and that is crazy. They dazzled me, which means I have a higher chance to miss, which is very unfortunate. We're just going to continue from autosave, because it should have put me at least when we walked back up the staircase. Yeah. And here we go, right back at that chest. You'll actually see that the chest is another Mimic that we have to deal with. So, let's see. I actually just don't have a lot of damage for the Mimic, unfortunately. Let's start with our Dodgy Dance, because he's not weak to anything. So, let's just see how much a single attack does. We're going to take, like, no damage from him. It only does 69 damage, so... Let's go ahead and Wild Side. I didn't want to. But, I mean, I see the way we get through this. It's that, plus a Muster Strength. Fortunately, the double Muster Strength doesn't really matter. And they do have whack, by the way. I just don't know if we can be hit by it. Very scary to think that. Okay, we go for an attack. I probably could have done a double Falcon Slash, both with Muster Strength. But should be going down any second now. There we go. There's the Mimic. Very scary dungeon very quickly here. Go ahead and heal up. How close am I to a level up? 1779, so not too far. We got a little bit of... we're not... We'll have a little bit before we level up. Unfortunately, though, we're going to go ahead and go to the left over here. It's extremely unfortunate. As you can see, I'm at 59 MP. There is not a boss in this dungeon. But I don't know if I can keep running around with only 59 MP, especially with what we're about to fight here. Like, this Spirit Geist goes down in one hit. But the Ghoul can cast a Dazzle, which can make me hallucinate, which makes it so I miss more attacks. And you can see, just going through these guys, it took 3 lightning slashes, which is 24 MP. I think I have to use a couple rings here, or at least a ring. Let's hope it doesn't break immediately, because we are 894 away from leveling up. Let's go ahead and use... I really need to use a lot of them here. Okay, we got up to 94. That should actually be fine. We're going to go ahead and interact with the chest, because it's another mimic. That's why I was like, let's make sure we have some MP for this fight. I unfortunately don't think it's going to be enough to win it for me, so we'll do our usual dodgy dance. Especially with his drain magic is extremely annoying. Wild side.
Not today. Oh. Thou shalt not escape.
And then muster strength.
Thou shalt not escape.
We're gonna do Falcon Slash this time. I'm curious how much this is gonna do. We're fine. Oh, thank God. If we fell asleep there, I would have lost the fight. Falcon Slash twice. Is this enough? No.
Have care.
Oh my gosh, he hit me with whack, but we survived it. Normal attacks. There we go. All right, Mimic. Do you give me 800 XP? Oh my gosh, we're so close. What's very unfortunate is that even if we got... because we still have the boots on that give us XP as we walk. Even if we did that... oh my gosh, I gotta go use like a single ring. Okay, that's probably good. Even if we used it and got down to 0 XP, you actually can only get down to 1. You have to win a fight to level up. So we're gonna go ahead and now go back up to the basement second floor, because that is all we needed was that single chest there. Of course, we got into 2 fights with the... or let's fight with 2 Skelegons here for our level up fight. Barely didn't do enough. Did he kill himself there? No, we just have to do a normal attack. There we go. That'll be enough for our level up. We only needed 1 XP. We got 656, and we hit level 32. And we learn Insulate. That's a really good spell that makes you take less damage from breath weapons. Fortunately, at this point, we don't really need Insulate anymore. But it was good. And then we're going to go ahead and head back out here to our left. I'm actually getting to the point where I don't really want to fight these ghouls anymore. A crit. So we're just going to go ahead and come to the left side of the hallway now. Our next destination is this southwestern staircase. We're getting into a lot of fights here. Did my pad foot wear off and I didn't... You know what? I don't think I reused it once I reloaded. I think that's why we're getting into a ton here. Pad foot. There we go. Yeah, whenever I died, I don't think I reused it. There we go. We get some spider webs from that barrel. And 34 coins from that barrel. However, we're not done just yet. There's 2 more things we can get on this floor right down here on the southern side. There's going to be 2 pots. One with a seed of stamina, the more important one. And the other one with a seed of life. Well, actually, that one might be way more important. Depends on if you want defense or HP. There was going to go ahead and go down this staircase here. And we're basically just going to follow this linear path up to that next inside staircase in there. So go ahead and come to the right and then south. And again, just follow this. There'll be a giant statue we're looking for, which should be right up here. Right here, there will be a mini medal for us to get. It's right at the base of this statue. There we go. We get the mini medal. And now we're just going to go ahead and head down this staircase right here to the northeast to get to, I think, it's not the final floor, but it's one of the last floors. It's very easy here. We're going to go ahead and head over here to get the only chest on this floor for a phial of magic water. Then we're going to go west and around the room to the only staircase right there in the center. And once we reach this center area here, we can just go ahead and take this staircase up to the next floor. And right here is the end of the dungeon. We can just go ahead and approach this center spot here and interact with it, where we're going to get the Lyre of Ire. The surface of the gravestone is carved a poem penned by Gwaelin himself. A sound so soft as to entrance and set the human heart to dance throughout the years, and though one strum its silver strings, as west wind bends the bows of spring, no fiend appears. My lyre once summoned wicked things, the curse now gone, instead it sings of Erdrick's might. So let its song ring out and praise the hero who throughout the days did for us fight. But know this also, Erdrick bold, though mighty as in tales of old, was human yet, and suffered as would I or you, when forced to venture forth into sweet home forget. Neath helm of legend thus was hid, great woe but blade our hero did, imbue with hope, and onward went and demons slew, though homeland lost and all they knew, full few could cope. O Erdrick, hero bold and brave, who did our world from darkness save, thy pain I feel, and so I take up harp in turn, and pen these words that all might learn of thine ordeal. Basically saying how Erdrick was from a different world, and he got stuck here in their world after he saved it. So we pass on to generations past that. Collected all the items required to summon Lady Rubiss. Time to check in with the Dream Whisperer. So that is quite literally all we needed to do. Now we're going to go ahead and zoom out of here and head back to the Fairy Village, as that is the current only objective we have. I think even if we check, it is just report to Dream Whisperer. So at this point, we are fully on a straightforward path to beat the game. Let's go ahead and head on over there, as it's time to call back Lady Rubiss to this world.
So you have everything we need to summon Rubiss. Well done.
Then the ceremony can begin?
It can, but we'll need to go to the top of the Shrine of Rain to carry it out. Atop the shrine, the sigils 5 install, then fairy flute and lyre of ire in hand, raise up a song to mighty Rubiss' call. Thy melody shall reach that other land. If we do that, she'll come back to us. I'll play the lyre. Somebody else will need to come and play the flute.
I know how to play a flute.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
never
not
mind.
going. It's too dangerous. And I'm too, busy. Yes. Maybe our resident hero here could do it.
Yeah, I already offered. I know how to blow on a flute.
Perhaps I
Oh,
might?
Princess Gwaelin, you know how to flute.
No. I'll do it. Chief! You should be in bed! And besides, you can't go. You might get hurt again. Not with our resident hero by my side, I won't. You'll look after me, won't you?
Yep.
But I know he's a hero, but he can't protect everyone. Not on his own, he can't. Which is why we're going to help him. After all, if the whole world gets plunged into darkness, it won't be very nice for us fairies either. She said the same thing. It's not going to be easy, and it's definitely going to be scary. But we have to help him. For our own sake, and for those we've lost. All right, I'll do it. I'll help him. For me, and for her.
The darkness is spreading further with each passing day. We have to get to the Shrine of Rain right away.
So, we have our destination to head to the Shrine of Rain. However, I really need to get my MP back, so I'm going to head to Galenholm and quickly heal up and then go back to the Shrine of Rain. So, back here at the Shrine of Rain, one of the first places we ever visited in this Let's Play. Let's go ahead and walk inside. It used to be called the Tower of Rubiss, and it looks like we are going to be resummoning Rubiss here once again. Sage of Rain is nowhere to be seen. Oh, great sage, where are you? Well, either way, this is essentially just a big dungeon. It's not, well, it's a very tall dungeon. It's actually very simple and very straightforward. However, there's going to be a couple things for us to get on the way. Actually, don't even know if there's enemies here. We'll pad foot just in case, but over here to the right will be our first chest we can grab. I think it's going to be easier than the original Shrine of Rubiss. Get a diamond there, because now that it's destroyed, I think there's only 2 pillars. In the original, there's like 4 pillars, and you had to like walk around and go up and then go down, and then it was a lot in the original. And every time I say original, I am talking about 3, like the original version of this tower itself. We'll go ahead and go check to get the exact same location for a barrel, and then we'll go up the stairs over here on the east side. So right here will be a file of unsealant, and head up to the next floor. And then, in almost the exact same spot again, is a mini medal for us. We are very close to getting one of the best things we can with the mini medals. I'm hoping we can get that very soon, because it makes grinding much easier. It's the, probably need to get rid of that Skelgon first. Why don't we get rid of the freezing fog instead? Because they can heal. It's essentially an item that makes it so it always hits metal enemies, making it a little bit easier to grind the metal enemies, so you can grind a little bit quicker. Because I want to hit around level 40, 45 before I finish the game, so I'll need to do a little bit of grinding. But again, I'm going to hope we can make it to the final dungeon in this episode, that way I can do grinding between episodes.
What a hero indeed.
And all that's left is this Skelgon, so let's go ahead and... I think Lightning Slash is the strongest slash attack we have right now. Sometimes at 1 shot, I think it depends, or 2 shots, I think it depends how much it does, and then how much he heals by, since, yeah, sometimes he can heal for 24. I think a normal attack takes him out. There we go. Only 756 experience. Not really worth it. All the way over here to the left, you can see our next chest. There goes Padfoot. With an oomph powder. Then we're going to head all the way back east. Yeah, you can kind of see there was a trail down there to the southwest that used to exist, and you'd go down to a different tower because it was a 4-tower system. But we're going to go over here, and we're going to head up this staircase next to get to the next floor. And then right here in the center will be an item for us. Is going to be the Seed of Life. And then we're just going to go all the way back over to the western side this time, where we can find some pots before we head up to the 5th floor. Yeah, very easy dungeon, very quick dungeon, but there were a couple things to grab on the way up here. There's our Seed of Strength, and our 436 gold coins. And then we'll just head up to the final floor. This one will have a little bit more for us to grab, so let's go ahead and start by going to the east. And you can see there's a chest right in the center there, but I don't think we can get it just yet. Let's go ahead and head over here. We can get this Seed of Luck. And then we're going to go left. And you could just go south there. We're basically just going to make a big circle. We're just grabbing this over here to the left because it has a slightly better item than anything over there to the right. So in the off chance we had to leave or an autosave or anything like that, we want to make sure we pick up this item over here on the left. Or if we just wanted to use it immediately, we could. It's another seed. It's going to be the Seed of Defense. And the Phial of Pure Water. Then we're going to head south and east. We don't want to go to that objective marker just yet. We do have 2 chests we want to grab over here. So we'll just go past this. Do not want to trigger that once again. So instead, we'll come here, go north at this intersection, and pick up these 2 chests. This one has the full moon ring, and this one over here has some doses of special medicine. So now, let's go ahead and head back south to that little objective marker. And so, when we're ready, let's just go ahead and walk forward. And you can kind of see we have a boss fight just ahead. Ha! Thou art the old buzzard they call the Sage, art thou not? Then shake a tail feather and hand over the Staff of Rain. I shall not. The staff was entrusted to the care of my line by mighty Erdrick, and in our care it shall remain. I would sooner die than hand it to the likes of thee, fiend. Ha! Then die thou shalt. With thy bones shall I feather my nest. And we're always either just in time or just too late. Can it truly be thee? It mattereth not. Whomsoever thou art, thou shalt soon be as dead as a dodo. And here we go. This boss fight really isn't too bad. This is the Gwaelin. He is about on par with the boss we fought at the end of the last episode. So we're going to actually just open with a wild side. Because basically the exact same thing is going to apply here. We just want to do as much damage as we can so that way he doesn't get a chance to move. Muster our strength. We're acting twice now. You can see he's really only doing like 50 damage to us. Weak to Demon, Lightning, and Crackle. Let's try Crackle. I haven't used this one yet. 351, and then I miss on the second one. Oh, and he hits me for a lot. I think we can go one more turn without needing to heal. So let's Crackle twice. Okay, now I see the problem. I didn't think I would need to dodgy dance, actually, but it seems like I do, because what that does is if it lands, I think it's a guaranteed crit, which, again, was not expecting. So let's go ahead and just start spamming Crackle Slashes now that we have Wild Side and Dodgy Dance up. We'll just have to pay attention and use it again once we run out. Hopefully we run out of Wild Side first, because I do not want to use 2 Dodgy Dances. Holy. Yeah, there goes Wild Side. More heal. He misses. It's very unfortunate because sometimes he is quicker than me. We still have Dodgy Dance, so let's go ahead and... I can probably just do 1 Crackle without Wild Siding here.
Not today.
There we go. I wanted Dodgy Dance to happen to go away. That way we didn't double cast it. So there we go. We'll reactivate it. And then we can... I don't think I waste Wild Side. I think I just go for the Crackle Slashes now. He really shouldn't be that bad, but the problem is... What's that MP? Don't hit me with that again. Oh, thank God. More heal. He always acts before me. Oh, thank God. Sometimes he gets 2 attacks, and I don't know how to tell when that's happening. Okay, I can't cast spells, so I just don't have time to heal. I actually threw some healing... Oh my God, no way. I threw some healing items on my character for this exact reason. That's wild, though. Oh my God. We can cast spells again. More heal. Please miss, please miss. Thank God. My Dodgy Dance is still up, so Crackle. He damages himself with that, which is nice. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna go all out here. He's gotta miss. If he misses, we win. If he misses, we win. We gotta Dodgy Dance again, though. Oh, that Kaswoosh is painful. Fizzle, we're fine. It's my final Crackle Slash. It's not enough. We go for normal attacks. He Kaswooshes me. I can't cast spells. That's fine. I don't have MP anyways. Special medicine. Oh, thank God. It missed. We're doing normal attacks. So is he. Come on. No, my Dodgy Dance is gone. Do I have enough? Oh, I have enough. That's my final Dodgy Dance, though. There we go. Okay. The boss isn't too bad, but maybe I should have grinded a little bit. I think I know for a fact I'm very underleveled at this point. I should be around level 35. But man, am I, I'll be a little bit closer now. 33. Phew, that was rather too close for comfort. Thou hast my thanks, Tails. And thou arrivest not only in the nick of time, but accompanied by the fair Princess Gwaelin. To boot, ever art thou full of surprises. Tails didst come to mine aid in my hour of direst need. And now he shall be my side forevermore. You're embarrassing me, Princess, please. Sorry we're late. Fairies, whatever next? You want to see dwarves too? I'd probably summon them here quickly. I can't believe it's come this far already. All shall be explained in time, good sage. All shall be explained in time, good sage. But for now, we must make for the altar with all haste. Time to summon Lady Rubiss.
Let us begin. The time has come.
The time has come. Return to us, O Holy One.
I am Rubiss, mother to the land of Alefgard.
Almighty Rubiss, we have awaited your return.
And I have awaited your call, beloved fairies. You did well to reach me in that place. And who is this I see before me? The scion of Erdrick, and beside him, Gwaelin of Tantagel. That I was able to return was thanks to you both. You have my gratitude.
And thou hast mine, Lady Rubiss. 'Twas thanks to thee that the hero and I were united.
Perhaps the message I entrusted to you might bring about other unexpected results. But we must not grow complacent. Though I have driven back the darkness for now, I have not rid the land of it entirely. Until such a time as its source, the Dragonlord, is defeated, Alefgard will not be safe.
Rubiss, dragons were once our holy protectors. How did the Dragonlord come to be infected by the power of the night?
I know not, and I would return him to his true form if I could. But it may already be too late. Scion of Erdrick, the Dragonlord must be stopped ere the darkness spreads. And only you, one born of the blood of heroes, might stop him. In order to reach him, you will need 3 sacred objects. 1 of the rain, 1 of the sun, and 1 of the rain's bow. The last may only be gained by means of a certain holy talisman. Seek out that talisman. Gather the relics of rain and sun and journey to the shrine known as the Sanctum. There, all shall become clear. Beloved fairies, you have suffered much.
Yes, we have. But we've made up our minds. We're not going to let it happen again.
We're going to help the hero.
Then allow me to entrust to you part of my power, that you might aid him all the better. I leave the fate of this world in your hands.
So yeah, Rubiss just shows up, tells us we need to collect the 3 things we already knew we needed to collect, and then leaves. We already knew we needed the rain, the sun, and the rain's bow. We actually already have one of those as well.
She is gone?
Not gone, just returned to the land. She's part of it, you see. I'm sure if she has any more messages for us, she'll let you know.
Almighty Rubiss herself, thou didst summon her unto us, and with the storied lyre of ire, no less. The staff of rain is thine, bold hero, for thou didst return to us that which I asked, and I am a man of my word. Pray, visit me in my chambers.
Princess Gwaelin to the rescue. If you get into a fight while Princess Gwaelin is with you, she'll watch over the actions from afar. Gwaelin won't get her own hands dirty and can't be hurt, but she will support her savior through the power of prayer. So yeah, now she'll actually heal and buff us. She wasn't doing that before. Also, if you're curious, all of these cutscenes with Gwaelin, if you took her back to the castle, they would not, they'd be different. I can't show off all of the differences. Obviously, it would require a second playthrough without her. But yeah, if you went ahead and took her back to the castle and want the normal ending, all of these cutscenes will be different. You can go over here and grab this chest for a mini medal. And we can go ahead and zoom, but we actually just want to go ahead and zoom back to the Shrine of Rain, but we're just going to land on the outside. Because we need to go talk to the Sage of Rain. Let's see, he's probably just going to give us the Staff of Rain, the thing we knew we were going to get from him eventually. Hello, Sage. Long have we awaited the coming of one such as thee, brave tales. Oh, I did conceal it by means of the herb known as Fading Jenny. It's a reference to the 3rd game. Please open it up. Its contents are thine. Tales obtains the Staff of Rain. Staff of Rain. It was entrusted to our care long ago. You've done well to keep it safe for so long. Indeed I have, and now my duty done, and the staff handed to the latest in the line of heroes, I am free to do as I please at last. The Staff of Rain is the first of the 3 sacred treasures. It representeth the bounty of the clouds. As Lady Rubiss did inform thee, the last may only be gained by means of a certain talisman, the sacred amulet. The second is the Sunstone, which representeth the light of the heavens, and by the glow emanating from thy satchel, I see that thou hast acquired it already. Then thou might focus thine efforts on the talisman, wherever could it be. this sensation. Tails, 'twas the holy power of almighty Rubiss, I swear it. It came from the south. Yes, far to the south, beyond Candlein, and to the ends of the earth. She would have the journey there. I think she must be talking about the Shrine of the Spirit. It's where we fairies used to live. And it's where we kept the sacred amulet. Rubiss gave it to the hero as proof of her trust. But then, we were attacked. Boss stepped in and made sure we could all escape, but the shrine was swallowed up by the darkness, and the amulet sank to the bottom of a horrible, poisonous swamp. But Rubiss is back now, and the darkness is gone. Well, not gone, but driven back at least. Thought the Dragonlord would have got his filthy hands on the amulet a while back, but Rubiss must be trying to tell you that it's still there. We must away to the Shrine of the Spirit with all haste, Tails. And so at this point, if you have not gotten the Sun Stone and you're carrying the princess, you have to go back to Tantagel Castle. You have to put the princess down. You will not be able to get the true ending in order to get the Sunstone. Again, we did that much earlier, so we're very lucky that we don't have to deal with it. But before we actually head to our destination, you can see it right down there to the south. We actually already got to a secret spot over there. I want to grind up to level 35. We are a little bit under-leveled at this point, and unfortunately, the best place to grind, I believe, is not available to us yet. Again, we get it right at the end of the game. So I think I'm just going to come back here to the castle here, and let's see how much XP I need to level up. Looks like 3,000 probably per level, so I'm going to sit over here, and I'm going to show off the thing I had talked about previously. Go ahead and go to shortcut commands. I'll just set it instead of holy protection, and I will throw on whistle, and all we're going to do, whistle, and hope it's metal slimes. If it's not, run away. We're going to keep doing this till we level up to level 35. I'll show every level up. Can't show the strategy I'm using. We currently have the wild side on, and all we're going to do is use Falcon Slash. You can see it hits twice, and then high chance to hit again. So there's a high chance you hit at least 4 times. I killed 3 of them, so I got 3,000 XP there. So yeah, it's not going to be too bad. We'll see how long it takes to hit level 35. I'll check again how much XP I need after I've got to level 34, because it might not be worth it, but we'll see. There we go. We hit level 34. And let's just check. We need 1,300 XP to continue. I think I will actually show off one strategy. I don't like doing it, but if we go to Draki Quest mode, right here. Again, I said I was only going to use it for grinding. If we kill one of the metal slimes,
Indeed.
instead of getting 1,000 XP, instead we'll get about 1,600 XP. So it's a little bit more. It doesn't help too much, but it does make grinding just a little bit quicker. And there we go, level 35. Using that strategy I talked about where you're using Wild Side, then Falcon Slash, I was able to get done in about 7 minutes. There we go. We learned the spell Kazap. Not actually the reason I was here. I just wanted to level up, so that way I'm more caught up where I should have been. Let's go ahead and change that difficulty back to Dragon Quest mode. Because again, I don't like to keep it on Draki. I didn't mean to whistle again. I'm just going to run even if it is metal slimes. I'm so used to clicking down at this point. Instead, we'll go ahead and zoom over to, it is the Wayfarer's Inn, and we're going to head to that location in the bottom right corner in that poison swamp. And here we go. I actually don't know if this was here the first time we came through here, but this is our location right down here in the southeast corner, right next to that secret spot we went to at the beginning of the episode. And so welcome to the Shrine of Spirit. This place. I sense a holy power emanating from above us. And yet, I sense a great evil also. So, we'll go ahead and go to the left side over here, and there actually should be a mini medal right there for us. And we'll walk up the stairs for a boss fight that I know a lot of people struggle with because he's basically just a damage check. So here we go. Glad I leveled up a little bit before this. We'll see how difficult it is. You can definitely use the same strategy we used for another boss, which is the dodgy dance and counterattacks, but I'm going to try not to use that. We're going to open with a dodgy dance.
Thou shalt not escape.
Did you just make it so I can't cast spells? I don't know. Then we're going to go ahead and start using Flame Slash.
Not today.
He also likes to cast things that make it so that way... He likes to use Cop Out himself. So what he'll do is, I believe, right here is when he's going to Cop Out. So we're just going to defend. No, okay. So he likes to follow a pattern, but I guess it's not always. Nope, there we go.
Not today.
Flame Slash. He attacks me. Flame Slash. He deflects it. I hit myself. Yeah, he's basically using the same strategy we used for some previous bosses on us this time. He has Helm Splitter, just like the other guy does. So we're going to keep Flame Slashing and hoping we land. Good crit. He attacks me. Sometimes she heals me as well and gives me buffs. So right now we have a defense buff, and I think that's a regen as well. And of course, he uses that, prevents us from casting spells, and gives him a 53 regen. With our regen, honestly, the boss is a little bit easier because she can give us this buff with regen. But the biggest problem is I'm going to do more damage to myself than he's going to deal to me, probably. We dodgy dance. Perfect timing for that as well because he went for a block. We're just going to keep doing this. And we just got paralyzed. That's unfortunate. The hardest part of this fight is actually going to be when his HP becomes yellow. There we go. We're unparalyzed. Thanks for the prayer. Gives himself the regen, which is very unfortunate because I think he regened most of the damage I dealt to him, actually. When I was stunned there. Good news is I can always start defending to regen my MP thanks to the sigils. At this point, you have all the sigils when you fight this guy anyways. Because you had to summon Rubiss to get this to start. Ow, I crit myself. So that little symbol you see up here is a guaranteed crit. When it appears like right above the text, it's like a sun symbol. Unfortunately, that means I can crit myself with it. And my dodgy dance wears off, of course. Let's go ahead and reapply that. He hits me with a Helm Splitter. I do need to go for a more heal now. Good dodge. I guarantee you he's going to go for a deflect here, but I have to Flame Slash. He gets the fog. We can no longer cast spells. Flame Slash again. We're trying to avoid using good crit. We don't want to use our double attacks just yet. We want to use that once he gets to yellow HP. So we'll use Wild Side. Dodgy Dance again. I'd like to time my Dodgy Dances with his deflects. There's the deflect. It still goes through. Perfect, because it's not a guarantee. Good miss on that Helm Splitter, and thank you, Princess. There's just the deflect again. There's him regenning. Okay, now he is at half HP. So we're going to wait until he... the reason for it is he's going to start healing more, and I think he can attack twice sometimes. So we want to wait for that Dodgy Dance to run out. So we can go ahead and use it again. And then we'll go ahead and Wild Side.
Thou shalt not escape.
And now we just have to hope, because when he deflects, he can deflect both of these. There's the Swords Dance. That's the attack we were worried about. Ooh, this could be bad. Good, it misses me. That one hits me, though. The problem is we're tearing through MP now, too, with Wild Side. So we're going to get dangerously low here. Let's Dodgy Dance. Good, he tries to deflect. Princess, if you'd be so kind as to regen me, please.
Much better.
I would love that buff again. Double flame slash. Perfect. It lands. There's that swords dance that I was worried about, but I cannot cast spells yet, so we're just gonna keep flame slashing. Deflects. This could kill me. Oh no. Thank you, princess, but I don't think it matters. Oh no. Please miss. Oh, thank God it did. We get a boosted more heal there too. Flame slash again. Ooh, good thing that swords dance missed a lot of those attacks. My dodgy dance is gone.
Thou shalt not escape.
We're back down to just basic attacks pretty much. We're going to want to start defending here in a second. I should have defended right there. Next time I have to use dodgy dance. Actually, I don't think I can do it again. I think I have to start defending again. It's unfortunate because that let's see how much I heal here. Heal 22. That's really good. That fog's going to heal him a lot. But I essentially have to do this. Okay, my dodgy dance is gone, so we'll go ahead and redo it.
Much better. Not today.
He misses the helm splitter. I think he's going to go for a block, but we'll just do damage. Good crit. Huge dance. Is that swords dance? He's probably going to go for a block. Yep. Still goes through. Perfect. So we'll go for another one because he won't block twice in a row. He misses the attack. Ooh, he deflects again. And we still get through the deflect and kill Armageddon. First try. Let's go.
Is no more.
We get 22,000 experience, which is enough to level us up to level 36. And for defeating Armageddon, we get the Sacred Amulet.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Ah, you can, can't you? It's me, the chief. You know, the fairy. I'm speaking to you from the Shrine of Rain. Lady Rubiss gave me a special new power, you see. The boss wants to talk to you about something. Hang on. Oh, I think this should work.
Hello. Thanks for getting rid of another one of those horrible monsters. That talisman you just got. It's a symbol of Rubiss's love. She gave it to Erdrick way back when. And you humans came to call it the Mark of Erdrick. Now that you've got it, the sage at the Sanctum will recognize you as a hero for sure. So get a move on. The Sage of Rainbows is waiting for you.
We obtained the Mark of Erdrick. Actually, don't think that's anything we can equip either. But this is the Soul Sigils. Basically teaches us a little bit more about our Soul Sigils. No reason to go over it because at this point we have them all. I believe that's just an important item. Can I equip it actually? I can. Increase my luck by 30. Don't think that's worth it, unfortunately, but we will check it out. Is it better than our elevating shoes? Nope. And still just not worth throwing on, but we do have the Mark of Erdrick, which is cool. Does it do anything special? I guess is the question. We can see. I mean, honestly, we might as well just throw it on just so we have all of Erdrick's stuff. So, with that, we're going to go to the Rainbows, which is actually a place we could have been through a long time ago. It's that very southeastern area across a bridge. We had no reason to go here because we would have just been kicked out as soon as we got here, since we didn't have the Mark of Erdrick. So we'll go ahead and teleport to the Shrine of, or the City of Dwarves. We'll just go outside of it. And we're going to start heading southwest from here. Get our Holy Protection and Padfoot going. And we just want to cross this bridge here. Before we actually make it into the shrine, we'll have a couple of things we can grab. So first, we'll just go south here. On the western side of this mountain range will be our first sparkle. Should be right up against the edge here. And we can get a Seed of Life and Strong Medicine. Most important there is the Seed of Life, of course. Then, down here in this Poison Swamp, we can get another Sparkle for a handful of Frazzled Feathers and a Hapless Helm, as well as the Staff of Divine Wrath. And finally, you can kind of see it there. It is one of the last secret spots we have to go to. It's going to be right up here in the northeastern corner of the little island tier. Then reactivate our Padfoot and Holy Protection. And inside here, we can go ahead and get, where is it? This pot over here with an Agility Gelée. A lot of agility, but a lot less defense. And then over here will be a secret item right about here, which is a Banishing Bell. And that's it for this area. Unfortunately, not great, but again, we are just showing off all the secret spots. So now it's time to head back south to that Poison Swamp area so we can reach the Sanctum. So it's just that building right up there. So we'll go ahead and go up through the forest here and into the Sanctum. And we can go ahead and immediately go all the way up here to the Stained Glass where we can find another mini medal. And after that, all that's left to do is head inside here, talk to the Sage of Rainbows. If thou art of the blood of Erdrick, the one true hero, thou must surely possess proof of thy birthright. Yeah, I have a shield, a chess piece, and a mark. Which do you want?
Descendant of Erdrick, the time is upon us. Now, at last, rain and sun shall be conjoined. Make haste, give unto me the Sunstone and the Staff of Rain. Almighty Goddess, hear me. On this day we do lay upon thy sacred altar the offerings of sun and rain. Take thee the rainbow drop from the altar and go forth. Thou hast endured much, but thou hast prevailed. Go thee to the cape west of Rimuldar, that o'erlooketh that accursed isle, and there put the drop to use. I shall remain here, and offer up prayers for thy success. May fortune go with thee, brave hero.
And so at this point, we can go finish the game, but first we have a little bit of cleaning up to do. Once we freed Rubiss, a couple of new secret spots appeared throughout the world, and on top of that, you might notice we don't have the best helmet yet. We have Erdrick's shield, Erdrick's armor, and Mark of Erdrick, but we are still missing the helmet and the sword. I actually don't know if we can get the sword just yet, but we will be working to get the helmet. So we're going to do a little bit of cleaning up, starting with Galenholm. I actually saw this when I came here to rest, but didn't want to show it off just yet because I knew we'd be coming back. Because we can actually find our good buddy Zaylin over here, who, if you haven't noticed, has a little bit of a side quest for us that we've been going on throughout the adventure. We've basically been talking to him at different places to get him to move to other places. We meet again, Tails, and where more fitting than here in the home of my storied ancestor. Just now, I did meet with a most intriguing roguish fellow by the name of Robin Hood. 'Twas here, or so he doth claim, that his own ancestor did gift unto the father of mighty Erdrick a suit of armor most marvelous indeed. But Sir Hood did seem the kind to elaborate for the sake of a gripping tale. Heavens only knows if what he imparted to me was the truth. After all, he also spoke of having met with fairies. I myself have heard tell of encounters with fairies in fields of flowers in the far south, but can such rumors really be true? 'Tis said that mighty Erdrick did consort with such beings. One could do worse, perhaps, than go and see. You got it. We'll be heading there in a second. So we'll go ahead and zoom on over to the fairy village. Oh, actually, we don't want to go to the fairy village. I clicked the wrong place. We want to go to the Field of Flowers, where the fairies sent us a long time ago. There wasn't really anything for us to do here besides collect some stuff. But we will actually get some scenes here. Oh, hello, Tails. What are you doing here? What? A bard has asked you to help me find somewhere with a deep connection to Erdrick? Huh, let me think. To be honest, I only really knew Erdrick in passing. It was Ortega I knew better, Erdrick's dad. He was so very strong. Should have seen him swing that huge great axe around, but very kind as well. And he once saved me from some monsters in this very field. You're looking for somewhere with a specific connection to his child, right? Huh, nowhere really springs to mind. Or that you wouldn't already know, anyway. The boss knew Erdrick better. She might know something I don't. If you're ever over at the Shrine of Rain, maybe you can ask her. So yeah, Overseer was a character, very minor character in Dragon Quest III, who actually was in love with Erdrick's dad, who was a hero before Erdrick. And so she had a little bit of a story in that game with Erdrick's dad. So as she mentioned, we're going to go to the Shrine of Rain next to talk to the boss, Dream Whisperer. He should just be right in here, right next to the Sage of Rain, who said he was going to do something else with his life, but is still just hanging out here. Just what I wanted to see. The chief filled me in on what you were looking for. Somewhere with a deep connection to Erdrick, right? I think I know just the place. Lucky for you, I'm feeling charitable today, so I'm going to take you there myself. We're on an island west of Tantagel. It's where Erdrick first set foot in Alefgard. Not long after Zoma was defeated, Erdrick came back here and looked up to the sky above. Our hero was always so cheerful in front of other people, but that day for once, the mask slipped. Eyes that were once filled with resolve, now filled with tears. Lips that once kept a stony silence, now moved in a silent prayer. Perhaps it was a message to the world above. A message of reassurance to a much-missed mother. Perhaps it was a plea. A plea to return home. So yeah, this island was the first place you set foot when you come to the world of Alefgard. After you beat the boss in your home world, and you get transported to this world to try to defeat the boss here, the bad guy here, you actually end up getting stuck here, and this island was your teleport to and from home, and unfortunately it closed off at the end of the game, so Erdrick got stuck here, and he left his helm. I think this is the exact spot that he landed as soon as he landed in this world. Go ahead and pick up the helm of Erdrick. Looks like it might be somebody's grave. There's something sitting on the ground beside it. Tails obtained, Erdrick's helmet. Looks more closely and sees that there's something engraved inside it. May victory smile upon you, great hero of Aeolion. Dang, that got written in the helmet when he first got it. So it was Erdrick's dad's helmet, and then Erdrick's dad left the helmet, and so Erdrick got it repaired. And now it's been passed down to Erdrick's descendant. We can go ahead and throw it on. It's going to increase our defense by about 30, and it has a special effect where we get resistance to ailments like sleep and confusion, and it increases the power of our lightning spells and abilities. And so, there we go. We now have all of Erdrick's shield, helm, and armor equipped. So that means all we're missing now is the sword. However, the sword isn't found until we are actually in the final dungeon, so we don't get it till right at the end of the game. And so, that's about all there is here. We have a couple secrets we can find. We can go ahead and check right here to get a 2-leaf clover. And then we can go ahead and go north here. And at the very end of this dock will be another mini medal. And that's it for here. So we'll go ahead and go talk to Dream Whisperer and get out of here. Been here a few times now, so I can just zoom in and out. You want to go back to the Shrine of Rain? Yep. All right then, shall we? And so, all we have left to do is go finish up our quest with Zaelin, who will be in Rimaldar. So we'll go ahead and just teleport there real quick. And this will bring his little side quest to an end. It is the only way to get to the Helm of Erdrick. It'll also give us a little achievement for completing it. We just want to go to this center island here, where he's sitting right there. And after that, that'll be pretty much everything we can do, besides finding secret spots. Is this the noble Sir Tails I see before me? 'Tis I, Zaelin, best beloved bard of all of Alefgard. Tell Zaelin that you found the place he was looking for? Yes, we did. Thou hast learned of that place deeply connected to the legend of mighty Erdrick, the place I have so keenly sought? Truly, such tragedies befell the hero bold. Aye, to leave behind one's beloved homeland, never to return. How Erdrick must have suffered. I am forever in thy debt, good Tails. Ne'er could I have discovered this myself. But I must commit these emotions to paper, while they resonate yet so profoundly in my chest. Just as did mine ancestor Galen, who did continue to celebrate the world's beauty and the nobility of its people, even as darkness descended and all hope seemed lost. For he and I are the same, chroniclers of life and all its majesty. Yes, la 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 la, a mother's warmth, a father's pride, a home long lost, a love denied. Everyone's listening to the bards sing now. That voice, could it be Zaelin, the best beloved bard himself? Is it a new work, perhaps? 'Tis beautiful and yet so sad. I fear I might... Perhaps I should visit my old mother and father more often. Oh, ho, ho! Thou hast given unto me the greatest gift of all, friend. Hails, that of inspiration. My creative drought is at an end. I feel the flow of song return. I must share this gift with the world entire. 1,000 thanks, bold and handsome hero. One day soon I shall sing of thine own deeds. I am sure of it. Until then, adieu. so that brings Zaelin's story to an end. All we have left to do before finishing the game is to go gather all of the secret spots, starting with the one right outside the roadside inn. So go ahead and travel here. And of course, because we have the little marker on the map, we can view exactly where they're at. So from roadside inn, we actually need to go to the southern side. You can see it right there in the desert. And here it is. It's also worth noting, again, these don't appear until after you've summoned Rubiss, so we didn't see them the first time because of that. We're going to go ahead and head up here and open this chest to get a mirror shield. And then to the southwest of us, right around here, we can find a duplicate hat. Duplicate hat is cool because it lets you cast 2 spells in a row, but it also drains your MP as if you cast 2 spells in a row and has almost no defense. So we're probably not going to be using it much, but it is a decent or a cool spell nonetheless. From here, we'll go, or cool hat, we'll go to Fairy Village to get to our next secret spot. There's only a few here, but the reason we're coming to do all these is because there's mini medals located in most of them. And from here, we're just going to go to the northwest across this little water peninsula here. You can kind of see it right up there. It's that rock. And so once we come inside here, we can just go straight to the center where we can find all 3 of our items. Right here, we're going to get about 7,000 gold. In the middle here, we'll get a mini medal. And off to the right, we'll get to Slippery Sap. Next, we're going to go to Dumdara, right here. And this one's going to be a little bit of a longer run, but you can kind of see it right there on that southwestern little 3 pieces of land. So we're just going to go ahead and run around, cross that bridge, and go to that southern area. We had found I think there's a secret spot or a shiny spot at the end of there, but now there is a new secret spot for us to find. You can kind of make it out as we're crossing, actually. It's that little tree rock area just directly north of us. And here it is. We'll go ahead and enter inside. And then we'll go ahead and check a pouch hanging on a tree right in the center for the real reason we came here, which is a mini medal. Right here is a barrel with a pot lid. And then right over here, there's actually a hidden item, which is a Yggdrasil dress coat. Typically, you get these a little bit earlier because they're pretty strong. However, unfortunately, it's not as good as our Erdrick armor, or I think it's better than anything else, but not the Erdrick armor. So next, we're going to go ahead and go back to Reimoldar once again. Go ahead and fast travel outside of there. And you can actually see it's right up there next to the other hidden spot we found. So we're just going to go ahead and run around the mountains here and head back up north towards that desert area. And you can see it as we approach. Oh, there's also that shiny spot I might as well go pick up while we're here. But it's that like oasis right in the center of the desert. We'll grab this though, just for fun. This has a strong medicine and a seed of luck. Don't know how I actually missed that one the first time through here, but we'll go ahead and enter the palm tree area. And in here will be a chest for us with a Sword of Ruin, which is cursed. Do not equip it. And a pot with a seed of strength. And so with that, we now have 39 mini medals. We are only missing 1 more, which is in the final dungeon. So we'll go ahead and head back to the Citadel of Monarch of Metals, where we can finally get the weapon that I had mentioned is the weapon that we were looking for at 37 mini medals. So we'll go ahead and hand it in. And at 30 mini medals, 35 mini medals, we get the meditation scroll. 37, we get the metal wing boomerang. And for 39, we get the war drum. Thank you, good Monarch of Metals. At 40, we get the Gringham Whip. Probably won't be using it, but the Metal Wing Boomerang is our strongest weapon so far, other than the Cursed Weapon. Basically, it is a boomerang that hits every enemy. However, the real thing here is that it hits metal enemies. Guaranteed to hit metal enemies, so it's pretty solid. We also got the War Drum, a rousing instrument that boosts attack power. We can take it out, but there's not really a reason to use it because I think it just gives you oomph. Actually, we don't have anything that gives us oomph, so it is worth it. On top of that, we can go ahead and learn meditation. And we only have a few more scrolls left. There we go. We learned meditation. And with that, all we're going to do is head to our final objective, which means we need to go back to Reimoldar one more time and head to the northwestern corner in order to reach our destination where we can use that drop of rainbow, or the rainbow dew of rainbow drop, something like that. It's just going to be right up there in the northwestern corner, right at that little peninsula there. Before we make it there, of course, we do have a little shiny spot to pick up. The Chimera Wing, a pouch of musk, and a phial of magic water. And directly left here, we can go ahead, walk up here, and interact with this objective. Oh, I missed that one too. No, I see that shine way out there. Well, that's a steep drop. You're going to need some extra help to reach the other side. Use the rainbow drop? Yes. Tails holds the rainbow drop aloft.
When rain and sun the twain do meet, the rain's bow shall a bridge complete. The legends spake true.
Try all thou might, thou shalt not prevail.
Pah! Still thy tongue! What knowest thee of my powers? I am the Dragonlord, King of Kings, and the sphere is mine by right.
But what is this? Can it be? The bridge. It is restored.
Then the so-called hero approacheth. Good! He and the sphere both shall bend before my might!
And so the end draweth near.
And so, I'll be going to get that shiny spot here in a second. But first, let's cross our rainbow bridge and start making our way to the Dragonlord's castle. This is just a straightforward shot all the way there to the end. So, let's just go ahead and follow it. There'll be a single shiny spot we can get along the way, and not much else for us. Go ahead and use our Padfoot Holy Protection once more. This will probably be one of the last times we have to use it, as we will be, well, we'll use it in the next episode, but I will be leveling up between episodes to try to get to level 40. That way we are at level to beat the boss. Right here is our second to last sparkle we'll be picking up. We get some Frazzled Feathers and a Hextract. Unfortunately, not anything we're going to be using. But we might as well pick it up because it's on the way. And the only reason I want to go pick up that other shiny spot is because I want to see what it was. That's going to be... I see. Okay, I know how to get there. I was just trying to figure out what the area was. Here we go. The Dragonlord's Castle. I'm actually only stepping inside to get it as a fast travel point, as we will be saving this for its own episode, since it is by far the longest dungeon in the game, by a mile. And that's if we even beat the boss first try. 'Tis not the most welcoming of places. But though I am daunted, I am not afraid, for I am by thy side, beloved. And we're going to go ahead and leave. I will be grinding inside of this castle because liquid metal slimes appear there. But as you can see, I believe at this point, we are now locked into the secret ending. I do not think going back to Tantagel will stop us. However, we will go ahead and make a backup save just in case. I don't know if there's an achievement for getting both endings or not, but we will make a backup save just in case. That way we can go ahead and get the second ending if we so wish. Go ahead and exit out of here because I just want to quickly go get that last sparkle. It has nothing to do with what we're going to be doing. We're going to be ending off the episode here in a second. I just want to see if there was a seed over here for me to grab. Let's see what it is. Antidotal herb, vial of holy water, and a divine dagger. Super not worth it. But Dragonlord's castle is a teleportation point for us. And so, before we end things off, let's go ahead and use our last seeds. Got a couple seeds of strength here. Try to buff our character as much as we possibly can before we head into the last dungeon next episode, and before I try to grind up the metal slimes. The only one that actually matters for metal slimes is agility and luck, because we want to try to hit as many crits as possible. Seeds of life, just so we don't die. I don't think we have any seeds of magic. No, we don't. And so, with that, guys, all we are missing is whatever's inside the Dragonlord's castle, including the Sword of Erdrick, a mini medal, and a couple of scrolls. And so, after that, we will have fully beaten the game. But we're going to save that for the next episode. I will see you guys then.